the finish line. Check the radio, pit crew is far from slow. The lights no longer yellow. Ready, steady, go. Crank it up. Oh, it's racing. 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 In love with the ride. Burning rubber smells real nice. Fuel it up once or twice. Come on, fast is the way to drive. Crowds all on their feet. Not one bothered by the heat. Imagine them in the driver's seat. Checkered flag would be sweet. Crank it up. Oh, it's racing. 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 Everybody get ready. On your feet. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Crank it up. Crank it up. Oh, it's racing. 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 Crank it up. Finger to the sky and a green light shining bright. The only thing I have in mind is the finish line. Check the radio, pit crew is far from slow. The lights no longer yellow. Ready, steady, go. Crank it up. Oh, it's racing. 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 In love with the ride. Burning rubber smells real nice. Fuel it up once or twice. Come on, fast is the way to drive. Crowds all on their feet. Not one bothered by the heat. Imagine them in the driver's seat. Checkered flag would be sweet. Crank it up. Oh, it's racing. 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 Everybody get ready. On your feet. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Crank it up.
All right, hello again, everyone, and welcome back to PTM Racing TV live here at Richmond, Virginia. And we are here at Richmond Speedway for one of the hottest tracks on the circuit, as the eNascar Outlaw League racers will do battle here on this very short but tough to master track. We're going to see how it all goes down here tonight and see how it all comes in for these drivers as they will put the pedal to the metal and all that into this setup here tonight. We're going to see some action-packed drivers here. We're going to see who we got here, and we're going to get ready to go here. But nonetheless, as we get all the drivers ready to go here lined up, and again, people correct me in the comment section if I'm wrong here, but let's go ahead and talk about the top drivers here. So tonight, starting on the pole, that will be the number 47 of Cole Williams, and to his outside, that's the number 40 of Ken Zeems. Row number 2, that's going to be Liam Knox, and the number 45. And his outside, that's John Gallagher, and the number 50. Row number 3, that's Nick Rader, and the number 29. To his outside, that's Patrick Stein, in the 11. Row number 4, Christopher L. Lawrence with the number 9. And to his outside, Kyle Spees, and the number 36. Row number 5, that's going to be Gary Rogers, in the number 43. And to his outside, Preston Michael, in the number 4. Row number 7, is going to be Henry Besaw in the number 8, and Christopher Woodard in the number 2. Row number 8, it's going to be Joaquin Meza in the number 42, and to his outside, that's Stephen Ford in the 17. Row number 9, that's going to be Brandon Browning in the number 48, and to his outside, that's Daryl Arnold in the number 30. Row number 3, Tyler Phillips in the 3. Number 22 of Matthew Jaggard following right beside him in the number 22. Starting on the shotgun field of the pack, row number 12, that's going to be Zach Mitchell's in the number 26, and to his outside, that is the number 41 of Chris Malcolm. And shotgun on the field, that is Jory Williams in the number 20, and Janie Huff in the number 1. So a stacked lineup here tonight as we get ready to go live and racing here. We're hoping possibly to get another person in with us here to talk, but currently we're having a little bit of malfunctions to get our driver in. So we're going to try that real quick. So these top drivers, all the drivers here ready to do battle here. Oops. Oop. All right. Sorry, folks. We're still getting used to a few things here done right now. Oops. Oh my goodness. Just got word from our producers here. We're still having troubles with the system camera work, but don't worry, that won't be too much. Let's go ahead and get to the green flag here. Here we go. The number 47, number 40, you're going to do battle right off the start. Cole Williams will lead the way. Whoa, and already the 45 out on the front straightaway just lost control. Not able to get her resetter and fixed all that. He is spun out on the turn. And that looks to not call the caution, so they will not be calling the caution just yet here, folks, as they race down the back straightaway here. The number 43, that right there, that is the, God almighty. 43 of Gary Rogers battling it out with the number 4 of Preston Michael as we come down to turn 3 and 4. And that looks like we're going to call. Nope, that's still going racing here. Whoops. Oh my goodness. Sorry about the technical errors here, folks. We're just still trying to get everything all situated out here. There we go. Okay. And there we are. Finally, we got the banner up and everything. Took my producers long enough. All right. All right, now caution finally coming out here, so everyone will get re-racked and restacked and all that here in just a little bit. Again, we do apologize for the technical errors there, folks. So the number 47, Cole Williams, will still lead it off here and take care of that. So as everyone starts to get re-racked and restacked and all that, 200 laps to the distance here on this very short track. But, you know, even though it's a short track here, folks, here in Richmond, Virginia, this is not a track you can make a mistake on too much, because this is more of a technical track. When you run it properly, it will definitely give you a good run on the bottom. But the thing is that when you're running this track, there's only really two lines you can hit, and that's the bottom and the mid section, because the mid turn, the corners there, that's where you can that's where you get all your speed from. But the bottom usually is where you're going to see a lot of these guys really hitting their marks and hitting their spots at. As you can see, Cole Williams, the 47.50 of John Gallagher, currently working their way in and making their time around. All right. So we get everybody all re-racked, restacked, and all that. Again, going through the field real quick. Number 47 of John Williams. John Gallagher in that 50 right behind him. The 29 that is 29 of Nick Rader. Number 36, that again is indeed Kyle Spees. It's good to see Kyle Spees and all of them again. Alright, so now that we got all the technical difficulties worked out and all the cars re-racked and restacked and all that, let's get this thing back up and running here, folks. And here we go. Waiting for the green light. They're going to come down the back straightaway here and get out everything all situated out and ready to go. Flagman getting that flag ready, got that green flag high in the air. Here we go, folks. Coming out of turn 3, coming into 4. Cole Williams will lead the way. John Gallagher looking to get back at it. Here we go. Green flag high in the air. Right off that start, you can see Nick Rader in the number 29 still trying to get an early advantage off that start, trying to get back at it. Here comes Ken Spees and the number 40 machine trying to now also work his way in there. Ken Zeem's been a player as of late on the series. He ran well at Texas, unfortunately coming up just a little bit short to eventual winner Matthew Jaggard. Matthew right now, currently, he's got a little bit of time to make up in the ground, but currently up front, it's a bit of a battle here. It's the battle for third now, raging on, almost a 3 wide there. Ken Zeems, Kyle Spees, and John Gallagher going at it. The number 29, Nick Rader, starting to get away from that pack as Cole Williams, the number 47, is currently just starting to run the field amongst everyone. In the back of the pack, you can see there is the number 43 of the driver of that one is the Gary Rogers. Gary Rogers rocking that that we the people are right there. Beautiful wraps on that. And there you see the number 9 as well coming into the playbook here, trying to catch up to him. That is Christopher L. Lawrence, trying to get himself in there and trying to get himself into position to overtake John Gallagher, the number 50, and number 43 of Kerry Rogers. But right now, Rogers with a big run on the inside. They're coming out of turn 1 into 2. And right there, Rogers making the move and making the pass. He is now overtaken for 4th there. Kyle Speed's going up a little high there. That's troublesome. You don't want to go up there too much. But up front, you can see the battle for second as well. And there is a caution flag coming out. I'm not sure what happened there. See if we go up front. Oh, there it is right there. The number 3. Indeed, the number 3 of Tyler Phillips, unfortunately coming to a stop there and to a halt. He has spun out on the front straightaway. Let's go ahead and take a look and see what happened. So we're going to go to the PTM Racing TV instant replay here and figure out what was the cause of that. See what exactly caused Tyler Phillips to spin here. All right, coming out of turn 3 into 4, everything looks okay. Nothing seems wrong. Actually, or excuse me, I was 1 and 2, and down the back straightaway. Right inside, everything looks fine. Up right there, yep. Just got himself a little loose, and unfortunately that sent him spinning down the track and unfortunately into no man's land. So he'll get that re-racked and all stacked and all that. We'll get back to him here. So that was your PTM Racing TV instant replay. As we get the drivers all squared up and ready to go again, we'll get everyone all situated out. Looks like a few drivers going into pits there. The number 45 there, he's also throwing himself into pit lane. Moving our way up front here, you can see the number 47 still, Cole Williams. Still holding out and maintaining his groove. Number 2 looks like he's going to get that lucky dog and get himself back up into position. That number 2 driver was Christopher Woodard, so good to see him get back in this a little bit and try to make something up of nothing. As you can see, Nick Rader and that number 29 still looking to try to overtake the 47 and try to get himself into position to get him into the big picture here, into the race season. Get a good look on the onboard camera here. That's a good look at Nick Rader and that 29. This is Ken Ziem's car right now you're looking at. You can see how tough this track is and how tough it's going to be to master everything. Everybody all getting all situated out and figured out here. So while we're at it, folks, let's go ahead and do a little bit of a highlights reel here and go ahead and go over the winners of a couple weeks ago and leading into this race tonight. In week 1, Brandon Browning at Daytona was able to pick up the win with Kyle Spees. In week 2 at Kentucky. Week 3 went to Matthew Jaggard, as we saw originally here on the stream and on the live feed. He was able to hold off some tough names like Kyle Spees, Brandon Browning there at the end, and Ken Ziem's as well in that 40. So you can definitely bet that there's some of these guys right now are just trying to get back up into that position and trying to get themselves into position to get into a better points race. And speaking of that points race, taking a look at our points rise right now, Brandon Browning currently in the back of the pack right now. He's going to be looking to maybe work his way up there a little bit. He currently is in the later half there. He's currently 9th right now from the leaderboards. But on the points-wise, he is leading the pack with 127 points. Falling right behind is Jacob Mack at 112, with Gary Rogers tying him at the same exact amount. Kyle Spees is in 4th right now with 111, and same with Matthew Jaggard. Christopher L. Lawrence not too far behind at 6th with 107. Nick Rader with 106, and then Frank Dees in 8th with 100 points, as well as Patrick Stein in the ninth with 99 and 9th, and then rounding out your top 10, that's Tyler Phillips. So anybody's race here and anybody's game down the line, but as we're going to get re-racked and restacked and all that, we're ready to go here once again. All drivers watching for that pace car to get off the track, and so they can let them loose and let the horsepower be free. Cole Williams, that 47 machine, will lead that Camaro with the number 29 Gatorade Chevrolet of Nick Rader, looking for that spot, looking for that win here. But it is early, so let's see how it goes down. Back to green flag racing here at Richmond. Out of turn two there already. Cole Williams getting a better run off that line there, managing to hang on. But Ken Zeems making a big move there from the bottom to the top, back down up to the top, trying to get around, taking over the number 29 second spot of Nick Rader. Nick Rader trying to catch up in that spot there, and you can see now the battle for third here. The number 36 Kyle Spees and Gary Rogers in the 43 doing a little bit of a tug of war here, trying to catch up to one another. The number 9 also putting his hat into the ring. Christopher L. Lawrence has been a player every time we see him out here so far, and right now he's doing a great job maintaining position and letting these guys battle it out, but at any moment he can make the move and make the pass when they least expect it here. Out of turn two, yet the battle still raging on. You can see Gary Rogers still trying to hold off Kyle Spees, but here comes Christopher L. Lawrence and John Gallagher now in the 50. The 48 as well starting to pull himself into contention. That's Brandon Browning. As we mentioned earlier, the points leader. He is now looking into positions of these guys and trying to overtake them for their spot. Doing a great job right now, hanging low and trying to work his way up. But how long will that last, and how long will it work? Down low yet again. You can see Kyle Speed still trying to hold off that number 9 of Christopher L. Lawrence. Battle for fourth currently, as these guys are going neck and neck, almost 3 wide up out of turn 1 going into turn 2. You can see the battle there. The number 48 of Brandon Browning trying to get himself into contention and get around the number 50 of John Gallagher, and it looks to be successful there coming into turn 3. But you can't overdrive that turn, because if you can keep that bottom, that's where you're going to want to stick it. And right now it looks like Brandon will be able to hold off that line there and keep himself in contention to get up to the front, as they're all chasing down Gary Rogers, Nick Rader, Ken Zeems, and Cole Williams. You can see the amount of distance now starting to kind of pace around, start to get ahead. These guys starting to get further and further away from each other, but up front, the battle for first as Cole Williams still taking on Ken Zeems in that 40. Ken Zeems not giving an inch to Cole, but Cole not giving an inch right back to him here. Back down out of turn 3, going into turn 4. You can see that little bit of a gap. That's all that Ken Zeems has on Nick Rader, or on Cole Williams and Nick Rader. But right now, Cole Williams doing a great job maintaining in line, maintaining position. But I can tell you, from running these things a little bit earlier today, they get tight quick. So you're going to have to save those tires and save that car up. Otherwise, it's going to send you for a loop. This track is so difficult to control and so difficult to master. It is just an absolute amazement that these guys are able to do what they're doing right now. As Nick Rader in that number 29 Gatorade Chevrolet trying to push himself up there. Cole Williams getting up into the wall there a little bit. You see some sparks flying off. Doesn't seem to have hurt his contentions or hurt his car whatsoever, as he now moves forward into the pack. But here comes Ken Zeems in that number 40, still trying to close that gap and close the bottom from him. Ken Zeems doing a great job keeping him in his rear view mirror. But Cole Williams right now is doing a fantastic job of holding him off. But I wonder how much longer can he hold him off with those tires burning in. He's going to have to be careful of that. And he's going to have to watch those tires, because right now Ken Zeems at any point could just make that move and take it away from him. Coming down turn 1 and 2. There you can see the number 48 of Brandon Browning still trying to maintain his position and trying to catch up to Christopher L. Lawrence, that number 9, and Kyle Spees, that 36 machine. The 48 Lowe Chevrolet just getting himself in contention. He's been a player and a half, no matter how many times you look at it, when he runs any track. And right now he's doing a great job of still hanging on to there. So I definitely would say you're going to have to keep an eye on him on the later half of this race. He seems to be kind of maintaining position and holding off for now. As our laps start to get into position here, all cars starting to kind of figure out their rhythm and all their pattern here. You can see John Gallagher in that number 50 machine still trying to hold off the likes of the number 8 of Henry Besaw, or Bessa. I'm going to resume Besaw. So number 8 of Henry Besaw currently holding on to, looks like that is 9th right now. Patrick Stein right behind him in that number 11 machine. So he is currently working his way up, putting that big back in black number 11 up in there with the Chevrolets. Coming down the front straightaway here, you can see where these guys are really hitting their marks at. You can see where really they're trying to get their lines to go to. And I'll give you a better description of why that is here in just a second. But if you take a look right here, folks, when you're going down that back straightaway, the best way you want to hold this line is you want to hug that wall. And then as you come into the entry, you want to kind of slow it down just enough to where you can get down to the bottom. Bring it down to the bottom as close as you can, and then as you come off exit, you don't want to over throttle it, but you want to get it hard enough to where you can get up to the wall again and get that rhythm and momentum out of there to come back up. The thing with this track is it's such a technician track, and I say that for one reason. Well, back up front here, it looks like we got ourselves a bit of a battle here. Christopher L. Lawrence making himself around the number, I couldn't tell which number that was there. I believe that's the number 42. Yep, that is the 42. Of Joaquin Meza. Meza currently having some troubles right now and dealing some troubles. Brandon Browning getting a little bit side by side there with Kyle Spees. Kyle Spees now, he's starting to punch his ticket in here a little bit, trying to catch up into position here for the leaders. You can see Kyle Spees hitting that exact same line we were talking about earlier. But the thing is, like we said earlier, there is not just one line you can hit. You can hit the middle, but really the momentum we've always been told here has been the bottom line. And experience it for yourself. It definitely is a big help and a big hand to use on that. As you can see, one of the drivers going down looked like it was Jamie Huff in the one. So looks Jamie Huff going to put that into pit road, probably get a little tune up and maybe a splash of gas and all that. And back up front yet again, still we see Cole Williams still holding off the likes of Ken Zeems. Two big bad Chevrolets going at it here out of turn 1 into turn 2. Both drivers just absolutely mastering the technician of this track. They're going to run into lap traffic though. There it is. That's number 14 of Preston. I believe that's Preston Michael there. And the number 4 going up high, trying to stay out of the leader's way. Good on him. Got a lot of front end damage on that thing. He is unfortunately not able to bring it down into pit road just yet. I think he's just waiting to get a chance to get in there with a caution. But so far, not a single caution has been thrown yet. As now the drivers line up there, you're running into more lap traffic. The number 3 kept getting past as well there. Number 3 of Tyler Phillips maintaining good position, getting out of the way for the leaders. Good on him for doing that. But again, they're all chasing down that man right there, Cole Williams, and the number 47. So far, it's been a bit of a challenge for some of these guys to find a way around and find their way into the right line and find their way into the good position. But right now, Cole Williams doing a great job holding everyone off on that. Back into the pack here now, we see we got a little bit of a battle here. John Gallagher taking on the number 45 of Liam Knox. Liam Knox trying to hold off the 50 there, trying to see if he can keep him away from overtaking that spot of his. John Gallagher has been one of those guys that you have to just kind of keep your eye on because you never know what you're going to get with him. You can get up to the front quick and really make you work for it, and then there's times he falls back a little bit, but nonetheless the battle for 11 is still going on for him as he's trying to find a way around Liam Knox there. Number 22 falling into lap traffic as well. Trying to get out of the way there. Matthew Jagger, last week's feature winner, trying to get the elusive points he needs, but he's got company right now. He's got the number 45 right behind him, and he's still dealing with the number 11 black Camaro machine. That number 8 as well, still in contention as well to try to keep in there. Henry Besaw still trying to get himself into the points race, if you will, and trying to get himself back out of the slump he's been in. So far, he's doing a pretty good job at that, but right now they're still fighting each other off here. Coming down turn 4, you can see where they're hitting. They're having to get so close to that line, folks. But remember, you saw earlier with Tyler Phillips and that if you overdrive that exit and you just over throttle it just enough, it'll send you for a loop and you won't even know it until it happens. So that's why you're seeing some of these guys taking them so easy and so relaxed on those turns. You just have to in order not to spin. As you can see now, the number 22, Matthew Jaggert, still trying to hold off the 45 of Liam Knox. Liam still trying to find his way around these guys and trying to find a way to get back up into position and maybe make a run for the top spot here, but he's got a long way to go still here. Still holding good position and still holding off a good line there. You can see the difference in momentum and car length, but right now it seems as though that Matthew Jaggert is hanging on to everything he's got, but he's still just trying to find a way around that number 11. And at the same time, the number 11 is still trying to find around a way of Henry Besaw on that 8 machine. So Patrick Stein, a little bit of a side-by-side battle there. Patrick Stein going to battle with Matthew Jaggert. Battle for 9th now. But look at this. There he goes. Patrick Stein in the inside of Henry Besaw. Henry Besaw unfortunately getting passed on the bottom and not able to get it back down. That's going to open up the door to the 45 of Liam Knox and Matthew Jaggert. Making a great pass on the inside there. That's where you want to be, and that's where you're going to get your momentum. It looked like Henry Mia just tightened up a little too much, and it just cost him there. As the laps start to wind down and start to really get closer and closer into position, you can just see how much of a gap that the leaders have from the top 5 right now. That is 1 and 2 right now are currently almost 5 seconds. Excuse me. Actually, the leader is almost 4.5 seconds away from Cole Williams there. That's what we're going on with the leaderboard there. Look at this back in the pack here. You got a bit of a battle for 10th here. As the number 22 and the number 11, Matthew Jaggert and Patrick Stein, yet again, still going at one another. But right now, the better rotation on the car seems to be going to Matthew Jaggert and that 22. And Patrick Stein just trying to find his way around that and trying to get away into position as Liam Knox starts to show them the way up front. Back up into positions here, we can see we got the number 43 of Gary Rogers still a little bit behind the field, and Nick Rader currently just maybe saving a little bit of his tires and maybe saving up a little bit on time, because right now he's keeping his line pretty simple. But going off the way his momentum is, it's definitely not what you expect with them. Would expect a little bit harder of the turns and harder of the entries, but he's pretty much playing it safe right now, so that tells me he's probably saving his tires up just a little bit. If that's the case, good on him, but right now, up front, heck, you can't even catch the leaders anymore. They're just running away from us. As you can see, the distance now of Cole Williams and Ken Zeems, that's a 1.5 seconds in the back straightaway there just on alone. But right now, they're going to run into company here. Cole Williams will have to find a way around Daryl Arnold, that number 30 car. Daryl Arnold last week, unfortunately, falling victim to the early collisions and early wrecks, and it cost him a little bit there. But making a good move there and a good sportsmanship to let the 47 of Cole Williams pass him there. He will fall under a lap down, but I think he's got time to make it up if he can keep working it in. Let's go on board with Cole Williams. You can hear the throttle rhythm right there, folks. That's the biggest thing I'm telling you right there, is how slow they are into entry and how smooth they come off. Because the thing is, with those bankings there, you don't have a lot of room to make for mistakes. So you have to be very careful on how you hit those lines. And Cole Williams right now is doing a great job of just that. Speaking of the bankings, we'll go ahead and give you a little crash fact here. Richmond Speedway is known as America's premier short track. Opened in October 12th of 1946. So those bankings that we were talking about earlier is 14 degrees into the turns, and then the front stretch is about 8 degrees, where the back stretch is at elevation of 2 degrees. Of course, this track has been well known for Cup, Xfinity, Truck Series, and the IndyCar drivers over the years. In fact, the fastest lap that was ever set on this track was a 15.319. That was about 176 miles per hour, and this was set by Sam Hornish Jr., I believe in 2015 with Team Penske IndyCar. And that is your fun fact of the evening, folks. As we get back to the track here and get back to the cars, you can see Cole Williams still maintaining his groove and maintaining position. Up into the backstretch, you can see now kind of the distance starting to fall away for Matthew Jagger in that 22 and the 11 of Patrick Stein. And then you got Henry Bisa. And that 8 still trying to get his mojo back and get his rhythm back. And that Chevrolet number 8. Unfortunately, right now, though, falling victim into 11th, but still not in the top 10, which honestly, top 10 in this case is huge for the points getter. And right now, you can just see the distance that is falling behind. This being a technical track, folks, you're not going to see a lot of 2 wide or 3 wide racing here. This is more of a, shall we say, a more finesse track. You really need to maintain your ground and maintain your position every time you're on this track, as you get a good view right now of how far Ken Zeems is falling behind of Cole Williams, number 47, coming out of the back straightaway there. You can see John Gallagher get the 50, unfortunately getting a bit of a lap, there a bit. Into turn 1, into turn 2, you can see Cole Williams just still you gotta admit that is some smooth driving on his end right now. We're too well aware of this kid, but right now he is showing he can definitely drive the track, and he is really making a muck out of these guys. Fantastic driving on his end. And the caution has come out here, folks. Oh boy. Ooh. And the number 4 there, he has spun Preston Michael quite a few laps down in this case, actually right now in last place, and unfortunately has come to a scudding halt. While he gets that refired and all that, let's go ahead and take a look at the PTM instant replay here and find out what was the culprit there to his spin out. So as we take a look here, he comes in. Coming down the front straightaway here, he spun out in turn 2, so let's see. Oh, right there. Overdrove it in the turn, got loose, and almost saved it. No, not saving that one. Oh. Unfortunately getting loose and sideways, and it spun right in and out of turn 2, and unfortunately not able to get anything going there for Preston Michael in the 4. Tough break for the driver of that Ford Mustang Mach machine. Unfortunately, will have to work his way back into the field here. And that was your PTM instant racing instant replay. So as you can see, the drivers will all get recentered and restacked and all that, but looks like a lot of them are going to go into the pits here and get a fresh set of tires and maybe a few fresh Goodyears and some little splash of gas, if you will, get all taken care of there. Tyler Phillips in that 3 is going to stay out here, looks like. Possibly just trying to get some trying to get some laps back. He was falling victim a little earlier there. The number 2 there, that is Christopher Woodard. He's also been working away around a few spots, trying to get himself into contention, but unfortunately following behind. He's currently in 16th as of right now. Top 4 are currently right now Liam Knox, Cole Williams, Kyle Spees, and Christopher L. Lawrence. Then Ken Zeems in that number 40, and Brandon Browning in the 48. Currently all drivers working their way in and working their way up. Could see a changing of the guard here. We'll see as we get down to the later laps here. But right now, as everything goes on, we're going to see where we go. Again, over here at PTM Racing TV, we just want to say thank you to everybody that's been tuning in with us and that's been tuning in and on with not only the eNascar Outlaw Racing League Series, but the Pedal to the Metal Racing Series. We appreciate all the love and support, but we also are going to be sponsoring and we're broadcasting a few other drivers and series out there. So just be aware, in due time, you're going to be seeing some more league action from other series and other drivers. Be aware of that. And we can't wait to tell you more all about it, but for now, we're just going to leave you with that little teaser tip. As we get the drivers all centered away and get everything taken care of, we're going to go to the one to go here. And the number 1 is going to get his lap back, so Janie Huff is going to get that lucky dog. So is the number 2, Christopher Woodard. And Tyler Phillips in that 3 is going to get their lap back as well. The 17 machine of Stephen Ford. He'll also get that elusive lucky dog. And Daryl Arnold as well in the 30 will get the lucky dog. So good on them to get there, try to get back into position. Number 8 of Henry Bizaw is also going to get himself the lucky dog. And back up front, kind of how we started out last time. Now we're going to start it out again. Cole Williams will lead the pack and show the way to Ken Zeems in the 40. Off turn 4, looking for the green flag. Green flag high in the air. Off the earlier restart, you can see Cole Williams trying to make up the ground and trying to get away from the number 40 of Ken Zeems. Ken Zeems still trying to get that momentum back. He lost a lot of that in the turn there, out of turn 2. Cole Williams seems to just have a strong start off those restarts, and that seems to be his biggest ally right now with the way the race is going, as we're about 31 laps away from the halfway point. You can just see the amount of control he's got over his car and how far away he's just starting to pull. And caution flag coming out yet again. As you see the 29 of Nick Rader catching up to Ken Zeems the 40, but caution has come out once again, folks. Go ahead and take a look, see if we can figure out what was the culprit there and what happened. Well, on my end, I'm not quite able to see exactly what happened here. Well, we're going to go to the PTM TV instant replay here and see if maybe we can figure out what was the cause of that. So let's see, maybe if we can figure out like what happened exactly and what made the caution come out. Looks like it was in the back of the field here. Oh, right there, folks. John Gallagher and Christopher L. Lawrence, unfortunately, getting into it there. Go ahead and pull that back up and see if we can see exactly what was the cause. If maybe it was just an early break or a bad timing move on their end. Let's take a look here and see maybe if we can get an idea of what happened there. Oh, right there, yep. So Christopher L. Lawrence unfortunately spinning out of turn 1 and 2 there, and unfortunately getting involved in that one, causing the caution to come out. So tough break for him. He's going to have to do a little bit of damage there and see what to do there. And that was your PTM instant replay brought to you by, of course, everyone here. Oops. So everybody all getting everything situated out and fixed up here. Looks like not too much damage on John Gallagher in that 50, so he'll be okay there. Again, though, you can definitely tell that there's a bit of a change from last week. You saw last week when you were running at Texas Motor Speedway. You saw a lot of passes and you saw a lot of maneuvers being done there. Again, not going to be so much here on this track here. Richmond Speedway is more known for technical drivers. You really need to figure out how to get in softly enough on entry, but hard enough on exit to where you can get the car to really stay stabilized and get up into the pack there. And right now, you can see there's definitely a bit of a change. As you can see that some of these guys are just getting harder on the turns, and unfortunately they're not able to get them back centered up. So maybe just not burn the tires in too much, or maybe it's because they're just over throttling it and not realizing it until the last second. But nonetheless, as we move our way in currently, kind of want to take a look at Cole Williams right now and see where he falls in the points race. Currently, we don't have anything up for him, so this actually is his very first race of the season, so this would definitely be a big payday if he's able to get himself in to the leaderboard as we get the one to go here. All drivers getting all situated out and ready to go here. Everybody lining up side by side, trying to get a little bit closer and trying to get a better restart off this line. Here they come. Cole Williams will lead it out yet again, but Ken Zeems, you can just see he was really trying to get that better restart off this time. Was not successful, though, as they come out of turn 1 into 2. You can see Nick Rader in the number 29 now making a big move on Ken Zeems, overtaking for second. Kyle Spees now in the number 36 following right behind. Looking to make his way into the third spot. Gary Rogers in the 43 also working himself into there. Matthew Jagger, last week's winner, is also pushing himself up into contention, currently in 5th behind, or currently a battle for 5th between Gary Rogers and Matthew Jagger there at a turn 2. You can see the run looks like it's going to give more to Matthew Jagger, but Gary Rogers holding his own here, trying to get the middle line to stick. Jagger down a little too low, not able to bring it back. Rogers is going to make him pay for it, going up into the front banking here, overtaking for 5th and keeping his spot. Right behind him. Oh, a little bit loose there from Matthew Jagger, then a 22. That's going to make him pay for it. 3 wide out of turn 2. You can see John Gallagher in the 50 and the number 11 making their way in. Patrick Stein making himself known here, making his presence felt. The reigning points season leader right now, number 48, Brandon Browning. He is starting to make himself known, trying to get himself up into position and up into the top spot. Currently, the top 10 are duking it out right now, trying to find any position every which way they can to Sunday to get up into that spot there. Brandon Browning in that Lowe's number 48, still trying to get something to stick and something to go a little bit harder than these guys, but right now he's having a hard time getting them, or he could just be waiting for the later half of this race. I've seen that he's been known to do that, and it's worked out really well in his favor, and it's a smart driving style. And when you think about it, as he's coming down now, Matthew Jagger has company. Battle for 8th, I believe, right there, as Matthew Jagger and the 48 getting into each other right there. And the 48 of Brandon Browning will make the pass and the clean sweep. He is now overtaken for 8th. As John Gallagher in that 50 starting to run away and try and catch back up to the number 11 of Patrick Stein. Gary Rogers in the 40 still rocking that red, white, and blue. Now he's going to challenge Kyle Spees, in the 36. Kyle Spees currently running 4th, so that'll be a battle and a half. He's able to catch up to him there. But they're all chasing down that number 47 machine of Cole Williams. And you can see who's right behind him still. That is Ken Zeems in the 40. Still trying to make his move, trying to make himself into it. Trying to make his presence known and his presence felt and overtake for the lead finally. Cole Williams, I believe, has not led a single lap this entire race. He's been up front the entire time ever since starting on the pole. Absolutely dominant right now is Cole Williams in the 47 and just making everybody look like little boys out there. Just great driving on his end. But it is only early. We're not even at the halfway point, so you got to wonder, are some of these guys back there saving themselves? As you can see, Kyle Spees now trying to challenge the number 29 Gatorade Chevrolet of Nick Rader. Rader still trying to get that car to stay stable and get up into the positions and back into the hunt. But he is starting to fall almost 2.5 seconds back of Ken Zeems and Cole Williams, and that's not good for him in this case. That's a pretty good margin to try to outrun and try to catch back up on. As you get a good look right here, you can see the battle still raging on here. See the distance between everybody and how we are going. Whoa, caution is coming out. Caution just came out. Well, I am not sure what happened there. Let's go ahead and take a look and see if maybe we can find the culprit here. A little bit of damage there on Brandon Browning. May have been something on his end. Might have been the 42 there. We'll have to go to the PTM instant replay here and see what was the culprit there. See maybe if we could figure out what happened. Well, I'm not really too sure what was the culprit there or what happened. But nonetheless, we get everything all situated back up here. So our producer's not able to tell me exactly what was the cause of that, unfortunately. So we'll hopefully later on we can figure out that later. But unfortunately, we're not able to see who was the driver that might have spun or caused the caution to come out. But nonetheless, right now, the number 43, still Cole Williams leading the way and showing everybody how to play. Something we haven't noticed earlier is that Cole Williams rocking that NBA basketball tribute there. Looks like to Kelly Burke. Look, I'll be honest with you guys. I'm not too big on the NBA stuff. I'm kind of more of an NFL kind of guy. So, and it looks like we're getting word now finally that we have a confirmation on what happened exactly. So we're gonna go back into the pack here and show you what we're talking about. Seeing a little bit of damage on Brandon Browning, and I think we know why now. We're going to go ahead and take a look at it. So, alright. So let's go ahead and take a look here. So Brandon Browning doing a little bit of a battle there with John Gallagher. It looked like that was a battle for 7th. See right here coming out at the turn 4, and it sounds like it was coming out at turn 2. Everything's seeming fine there. Oh, right there, yep. Oh, right into the wall, nowhere to go. Remember what we said earlier, folks. It is so crucial to get everything taken care of and to get all those throttle momentum and not spun. But right there, you could definitely see that was the culprit there, and unfortunately causing the caution to come out. So Brandon Browning will have to work his way from the back there to help break for the points leader. But I'll be honest with you, he's got such a lead right now. I don't think he's got to worry too much about it. So we'll see how that goes. But nonetheless, one to go here. The flagman saying we're ready to go back to green flag racing here. Try to get this all finished out and taken care of. Again, we are broadcasting you live here from Richmond, Virginia at Richmond Motor Speedway. Fantastic little track to run. If not, again, not one of the big speedways or super speedways you would see like the plate tracks or Talladega or Daytona or Texas Motor Speedway or even Kentucky. Just a little bit of a different taste and different flavor, similar to Iowa. Being a short track, it's definitely a little harder to really get those huge runs. It's more or less about cornering and getting those turns just right. And off the restart, you can see yet again Cole Williams getting a good start. Ken Zeems this time trying to get back to the bottom and trying to overtake him there. Was not successful, though, on that spot. But maybe just trying to hold off Nick Rader in that number 29. Here comes the Gatorade machine of number 29, Nick Rader. Trying to get himself into contention and into position, but also trying to help himself catch up to Cole Williams in that 47 machine. They can't seem to figure out a way to get out that restart. They're just going to let Cole Williams get ahead of them here as they just continue to lead out the pack here and lead up. Ooh, Nick Rader a little bit loose out of the front, out of turn 2 on the back straightaway there. Not sure if that was just he over throttled it and over punched it on the turn, but that definitely was not something you want to see from him right now. You don't want to get too loose yet. A lot of laps to be had here and a lot of time to make up, but look at this now. Battle for first. Cole Williams and Ken Ziem still trying to overtake one another and trying to get into position. Cole Williams just so dominant in the corners, though. He's able to hit him a little bit harder than anyone else, but at the same time, it doesn't seem to be affecting his tires or burning himself up at all. He just keeps maintaining and hitting his marks, and that seems to be working the best for him in this case. But Ken Ziem still, and that Chevrolet number 40, still trying to think of something, trying to find any way he can to get around him as we're about ready to reach the halfway point. Back of the pack here, you can see now the battle of John Gallagher in the 50 and Gary Rogers in the 43. Trying to catch up and get into position here. That's the battle for fourth here. See the distance and the amount of cars right now going along the track. Coming out of turn 3 into 4, you can see that overhead view of the cam here. You can see how far these guys are from one another, how separated they are hitting their marks at. As we go back to Kyle Spees in that 36, doing battle right now, the number 45. The 45 of Liam Knox trying to hold his own and trying to get back into this after it, unfortunately getting kind of caught up in the restart zone. Back down inside, Liam Knox trying to get that run off, but Kyle Spees seems to have a little bit of a better groove and a rhythm section there. Coming back into 1, going into turn 2. Kyle Spees still holding his own, keeping himself in contention for 7th. Back down the line, you can see Henry Bizak trying to hold off Christopher L. Lawrence in that number 9. The number 9, Christopher L. Lawrence, trying to find himself a way into contention as he is now going to have the number 2 as well catching up into position. That is the Christopher Woodard. The battle of the Chris's, if you will, going at it here. That Miller Lite number 2 and that Hot Rod number 9 going for it all here. Back down out of turn 3 into 4, and you can just see Christopher L. Lawrence getting a little bit more of a rhythm on the middle than Christopher Woodard in that bottom section. But I gotta wonder, is Woodard just trying to hold himself off for later and get himself back into contention as the laps and times move on here? And we look back up front, you can see here John Gallagher and Gary Rogers yet again. They're still at it right now, battle for 4th. Look at this, Rogers down low, trying to make the move on Gallagher. Gallagher trying to hold him off on the inside, on the outside there. But the inside seems to be key, and now Gallagher sees that. Rogers trying to pull it back in, not able to get around him, and he'll keep his spot in position for 5th as Gallagher still maintaining his 4th position right now. Ken Ziem still fighting off Cole Woods. Oh, back up here to turn 2. Look at this. Gary Rogers with a huge run and a big pass on the inside line there. Nice move by Rogers to get inside low enough to get the rhythm section down and get that position off of John Gallagher. You got to be wondering, is Gallagher starting to get a little bit tight there? Is he starting to lose the momentum? That's not something you want to hear as a driver, but unfortunately, if it's starting to happen, that's starting to happen. As you can see now, number 20, down the back straightaway here, the number 50, a little bit loose. John Gallagher, what a save on his end. You saw that live right there, folks. What a big save, but now he's got to try to hold off the 48 of Brandon Browning. Brandon Browning now trying to take over for 6th, I believe, right now. But he is still having to deal with Gallagher as he continues to hold him off. Up in the middle of the pack here, Liam Knox still trying to get himself into the area and trying to get up into position with Kyle Spees. Battle for 6th here. John Gallagher and Brandon Browning still battling for 8th as well, as you've seen there. Back down the home stretch, you can see now a little bit of a battle into the 10th position here. as Henry Biza trying to overtake Christopher L. Lawrence at 9. The number 2, Christopher Woodard, currently he is down by a few laps here, so unfortunately he's just trying to make up some ground and trying to get back into this, but it may be too little too late unless he can get a good enough lucky dog restarts. Henry Biza on that Bud Light Pepsi number 8, still holding his own and holding his spot. Bit of an unknown to me, but right now he's starting to make his presence felt as he is just continuing to push up further and further into positions. As you see, Brandon Browning making that pass there for 7th. So now he is up in there. And look at this. Liam Knox down below on the turn 3, going into turn 4. Kyle Spees not able to block good enough. Kyle Spees will lose his spot for 6th as Liam Knox now, he is starting to make up the ground and make up the positions. We're already past the halfway point, and you can see some of these guys just their tires burning up. They're overdriving some of these corners. Ooh, a little bit of contact on the wall there for Kyle Spees. Kyle Spees out of turn 2's exit, managing to save it there, but man, he get a little bit of a lick in. Like a good relationship, he gave it one nice big kiss and called it good. And right there you can see that managing to save it and hold it off, but nonetheless still, you can see the number 22, Matthew Jagger, trying to hold off Liam Knox. Liam Knox going inside though. Look at the big run. He just got out of turn 3. Going into turn 4. What a move by Liam Knox, that 45 machine. As we get back up further into the pack here, you can see lap traffic starting to become an issue for Nick Rader, having to overtake the number 42 machine of Joaquin Meza, the number 1 of Janie Huff as well. Oh, Janie Huff right into the wall there. Bad damage on that car right there. Trying to get everything all situated out and refigured, but right now up front yet again, battle still charging for the lead as Ken Zeems trying to make Cole Williams pay for all the times he's led this race, but right now Cole Williams absolutely dominating this position and dominating everything around. Coming down the back straightaway here, you can see Ken Zeems still trying to get a bit of a run, trying to catch a bit of that drafted fuel coming into turn 3, into 4. Unfortunately, though, has not been able to get the run to the bottom or the middle to get around Cole Williams. And you can just see how much Cole Williams is just defending that bottom and holding his line. Doing a tremendous job to keep everybody out of this pair there. Still trying to get overtake for the lead. Ken Zeems not able to quite get past him just yet. Working his way in, looking down low, trying to get another big move in there. Not able to get it. Cole shuts the door on that one. Like a bad house guest that won't leave you alone, you just say, hey, go on outside, and I'm gonna just shut the door right behind them so they don't come back in. And that's exactly what Cole Williams is doing to Ken Zeems at 40. And the caution has come out yet again, folks. And right there, I got a good idea where this one is. I think that is gonna fall on Janie Huff and that number 1. But we're gonna go to the instant replay here and find out why the caution had to come out here. Bringing it back under pace. So we saw earlier Janie Huff was a bit loose and losing some control there. Unfortunately, not able to get that car to stick with it and stay in condition. Liam Knox, the number 45, getting his run, getting a big pass there. Oh, right there out of the back stretch yet again. Ooh, right into the wall. Took a lick and a half there. Oh, my goodness. That is unforgiving metal right there. Cinder or block and all. That will not give you an inch and not give you anything. But thankfully, these cars built so well and safety-wise and everything. These guys are doing a great job getting it all taken care of. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is your PTM Racing TV Instant Replay. So we're going to go ahead and get everybody all situated out here and taken care of here. Henry Bizot in the number 8 coming out. Matthew Jaggard as well. Gary Rogers in the 43. There goes the 41 as well. Looks like going to put it into pit road here and hopefully get things figured out. '41 of Chris Malcolm. So we'll see. Currently, not too many drivers though far off from the leaderboards here. You can see there's not too much of a differentiating on who's getting where here and how far they're up here. But I think we can all agree right now that this guy right here, Cole Williams, unless he can find a roadblock in the middle of the road, I don't think anyone's going to catch him on those restarts. Seems to just absolutely be shifting perfectly into those straight zones in the straightaway there and managing to get that turn perfectly nailed to keep away the likes of Ken Zeems and other drivers as well earlier, as like Nick Rader was trying to make some moves there and trying to get into position. Wasn't quite able to get that going there. Going off what I'm hearing also from the producers here, that I'm getting told right now that a lot of these guys are feeling the tires are getting a lot looser and a lot tighter as time's going on, so they can feel everything starting to give way. Some of them are trying to save the tires though, so they are trying to get a little bit of a better lap counter there and a better restart for the long run. But you can see right now there's definitely no contention with anyone other than Cole Williams and Ken Zeems that just seems to get those restarts figured out. But Nick Rader has shown that he can catch up off the start. And I'll be honest with you, if there's one name that I feel like sleeping over right now, that's Liam Knox in the number 45. Right now, he's been, I hate to call him a Cinderella story, but man, he's been from the outhouse back up to the White House, and he's been making his way up there right about now. So this might be interesting. You're going to have to keep your eye on that driver right there. But as we come down the back straightaway here, it will be indeed Cole Williams in that 47 Chevrolet going to go battle with the other Chevrolet of the number 40 Hot Rod machine. Ken Zeems, second. Nick Rader, third. Liam Knox, fourth. Gary Rogers, fifth. Brandon Browning, sixth. But now all that matters is that restart right here. Get him going, boys. Let's see another good race. Off that restart, you can see right there Ken Zeems actually trying to get that run to hold and get the line to hold up to the outside. Maybe getting a bit of a rhythm section here. You can see Cole Williams a little bit loose, but managing to pull forward there. Big run there by Cole Williams off of that run that he got from the back straightaway there. I thought Ken Zeems had a good restart on the outside, but apparently not. It was not able to get around it. And here comes Liam Knox, now number 45, trying to make a bit of a move. Oh, the number 29 and Nick Rader getting a little too low to the outside, to the inside line there. That's gonna make it. Liam Knox gonna make him pay for that. Coming down out of the backstretch, Taylor takes for third. Liam Knox seeing the opportunity and taking it away from Nick Rader. Back down out of turn one, going into turn two. The battle for third here as Nick Rader is trying to find something to go around Liam Knox. Liam Knox currently just pushing forward all for what it's worth. Trying to get up, but yet again, still, I don't know how many times I've said this today, but Cole Williams is being challenged by Ken Zeems, that 40. Ken Zeems just trying everything he can to get up into position and get into that race lead. Remember, folks, Ken Zeems right now in the points race is not too far off from the bottom of the pack right now. He's actually in 27th at the moment. That's dead last for them. Cole Williams will fall behind them, though, in this case after this race. But nonetheless, Ken Zeems is trying to make up some ground and make up some time that he's lost earlier from the points race and trying to get into that elusive winner circle here tonight at Richmond. But he's got a problem, and that's trying to find a way around Cole Williams at 47. Back at the back, Liam Knox trying to move away a little bit and get away from Nick Rader. Gary Rogers and that 43 also getting quite a bit of a run there. Matthew Jaggard, last week's feature winner, still trying to get himself up into contention and into the more points range. Henry Bizot also making himself and his presence known up in the back. So a battle for sixth back there. As Kyle Spees now trying to find his way into contention and up into the spot here. Still, though, not able to quite get the run he's looking for and get that position that he wants. But he is definitely holding on here. Back up front yet again. Let's go up see how these guys are doing. Cole Williams still holding off Ken Zeems, but not by much. Ken Zeems almost got to be wondering what's going through his mind as they're coming into lap traffic here, folks. Daryl Arnold, the number 30, is going to be up on the high line, and that might slow them down a little bit. Ooh, Daryl's into the wall. They're able to save it. Nice save there by him. Presence of mind to bring it back into the car there, but unfortunately lost a lot of time and a lot of ground from earlier, and that's going to cost him a bit there. Let's go on board with Ken Zeems and see how he's hitting his line here. I want you real quick now. Pay very close attention to how he hits the turn right here. Notice how he takes off the throttle so much. He gets it into the turn. Smooth entry, very soft. But when you get off exit, you just pound it. Get everything it's worth in there to try to get into position and overtake. There's just one problem with that though. Cole Williams is doing the exact same thing, and unfortunately, he's doing it just a little bit better right now as we're winding down to the last 70 laps here. Get a good look at that 14-degree banking on the turns. That 8-degree front stretch, and then we'll go into turn 1 into 2. Low and slow, as I like to call it, and up and then hard and proud on the exit. That 2-degree banking obviously going to give you a lot of momentum in the backstretch. And right now, they're definitely doing a great job at just that. In the back of the pack, Liam Knox still, man, actually right about now, he's actually getting some time up. Trying to get himself up into position and trying to catch up to Ken Zeems and Cole Williams. Like I said, folks, I said it earlier, he's kind of been a Cinderella story early. Started in the back and then didn't know where he was going, but now he's starting to make himself known. And Cole Williams, Ken Zeems still, I saw Ken Zeems there getting a little bit down on Cole Williams, almost trying to make the pass like a Jimmy Johnson and Kyle Busch in 2016. The only difference is this wasn't the last lap. You don't have to push them that. You don't have to try to get your front bumper in there that much there, Ken. Nonetheless, you can definitely see the rhythm that these guys are pulling off. Ken Zeems is just ever so slightly, though, getting that draft and everything to work. Just trying to catch up and get around him. But again, it's very hard to do when you're not quite able to get that bottom line to stick or the middle lane to stick when he opens it up. But he hasn't really opened it up too much, and the caution's coming out yet again here, folks. See if we can take a look and see what was the cause of that one. Oh, right there. That's the number 42. I believe that is, yeah, that will be Chris. That is Joaquin Meza. So we're going to go ahead and take a look and see what happened exactly. We're going to go to the PTM instant replay. See if maybe we can get a good idea of what happened there and see what was the culprit to Mr. Meza's spin there. Coming down the back straightaway here, going into turn 3. Oh, right there. Whoa, yeah, right into the grass there. I had nowhere to go. Thankfully, it didn't spin, but that LA Dodgers number 42, unfortunately, getting himself into no man's land, and that pretty much about wrapped it up for him. That was the instant replay there, so we're going to go ahead and get everybody all situated out and taken care of yet again. All right, so we get back up to the front. You see Daryl Arnold getting lapped earlier, so it looks like might just get lucky and get that little lucky dog. I gotta say, if you ever wanted a lucky dog, man, I mean, I've got 3 at home, and I feel lucky to have them. But when I'm on the racetrack, I'll tell you what, if I go a lap down or something like that, I would love a lucky dog. I'd love to get out of that no man's land and get back up into possibly winning that one. We've seen it before; it can happen, but I'll tell you right now, I'm thinking something with this caution. I feel like this might make some of these drivers a little bit nervous because here's the thing. Cole Williams has been holding off Ken Zeems really well on those restarts, but now Ken has been really strong on how he's been playing that last bit of the restarts here. Seems like on the last two, he's been getting a better push off start into the turn, but unfortunately, because he's up on the high line and Cole Williams is holding that bottom line so well, he's not quite able to get that exit that he's looking for. So maybe that might be the turning point they've been looking for here to get in to that leader section, but nonetheless, we'll have to see as everything plays out here. But I have said it before and I'll say it again, this might just be the thing that Liam Knox needed to see for that caution. A barn burner indeed for him as he started from the outhouse and now he's starting to make himself into the White House. I know we're getting into political season, but just saying this real quick, he's run the ballots and seen how the lines are going, and he's looking pretty good right now to get back up into contention. Currently in third, so we'll see maybe if he gets that all-elusive lead. But again, right now, taking on Cole Williams I think is an easier task said than done just to get past him. So we'll see how that goes here. Everyone getting all situated out and taken care of here. Coming down the front straightaway here. I believe that will be our one to go there. Yes, indeed. All right, guys, we'll get them all re-racked and restacked and all that. Cole Williams. I don't know how many times we've said that here today, but he's still leading this race. But this might not be the restart he wants to see, because here's the thing. You see that 45, you see that 40, and then you got Nick Rader in that Gatorade number 29. Gary Rogers is also in there, and Matthew Jagger, don't count him out. He won last time out, so I feel like he might be the driver that you got to keep your eye on here, because this could be something to the end here. All right, off that restart, here we go yet again. Ken Zeems getting a good run, and the caution just came out yet again. Well, all right, what on earth happened there? I'm not really sure what was the culprit there that caused the caution to come out. See if maybe we can get a little bit of a replay on that start there. So let's take a look and see what was the problem there and what caused that caution flag to come out. So you can see everything all looking pretty good and squared up there. Everything looked pretty good. Ooh. Oh, right there. Oh my, Gary Rogers just spinning it right in front, and I believe that was Matthew Jagger that got caught up in that one, unfortunately. Tough break for those guys early on. That was a hard lick. I hope they're okay and everything's all situated out there, but nonetheless, we're going to see how it all plays out here as we get back to the race here. Cole Williams still seems to have the lead off that, but it may not. Looks like the restart might go to Ken Zeems. If that's the case, then oh my goodness, folks, that is going to be a big move and a half for him there. Again, to everybody tuning in live or watching this later on, and whether you're watching it up on YouTube or Facebook, we do love and appreciate all the support you guys have given us. We hope down the road we can provide even more great content and even better streams and all that. We hope to get all that situated out and taken care of, and we would love nothing more than show you guys truly what these guys and everyone can do at a much higher quality and all that. And we could definitely tell you down the road we're going to be presenting some incredible stuff that we have been kind of hiding out on you guys, so just be aware of that. But nonetheless, it looks like Ken Zeems will indeed get to stay up front. So that is a bit of a shocker there. Everybody all getting there, trying to catch back up to the pace car there. Pace car getting a little bit away from them. Currently up on the backstretch there, as you can see. Ken Zeems getting up there. Cole Williams, Liam Knox, Nick Rader, Henry Biza, John Gallagher, and that 50 there you see right back in the pack. Alright, bringing them around one more time. We're going to go double file. Just over 50 laps remaining in this one. This right here could be a shootout, folks. For the very first time this entire race, Cole Williams is not leading the pack, or so it seems. Track officials currently just kind of trying to make sure everything is all squared away and centered out. Looks like they're going to go to a single file restart from now on. They will not be doing the double files anymore. And I'll tell you what, that's going to play into Ken Zeems' advantage, because that means he doesn't have to worry about Cole Williams trying to get him on the high line there. So we'll see how that all plays out here on the restart. Down, turn 4, looking to the front straightaway here. Green flag high in the air yet again. 55 laps to the distance here, still to go. Off turn 1 into turn 2, you can see the run definitely going to Ken Zeems on that one there. But Cole Williams not too far off. Cole Williams leading more than half of this race, but now he's in a position he has not been in this entire time. And that is trailing somebody. Currently trying to get back around, trying to get the inside line, trying to find something, anything, a hope if you will. Ooh, a little bit loose out turn 2 there. Managing to hold her out and keep it stable. But you got to believe those tires are starting to get worn down. That car is starting to get a bit loose. Coming off exit is going to be even more crucial than ever for these guys. And you can tell just what we're talking about right there, as Cole Williams still trying to get something to go. But Ken Zeems now is just starting to run away from him here. Back up into the pack here. Nick Rader has made the pass around the number 45 of Liam Knox. Liam Knox trying to get back into position, into contention. But unfortunately right now Nick Rader seems to have just a little bit of a better run there on the front straightaway and into turn 1 and 2. You can see how much of a distance Rader is still getting ahead of him. If Knox wants to get back into this, he's got some work to do here. A few drivers calling it out for the night, trying to get it into pit road there. Might have had too much damage on the cars. Get an overhead shot here. Take a look at the distance that these guys are right now. You can see Zeems is just absolutely running away from Williams. And Rader and Knox not too far off from one another. Those corners are really going to make a difference here. Down out at turn 4 yet again. You can see Rader still maintaining his rhythm and maintaining his line. Looks like Liam Knox is going to try to go up a little higher, try to get a more of a run down the bottom. But I wonder if that's going to wear his tires down a little too much. Remember, you can't overdo your tires too much, because if you overdo it, you're going to really lose your momentum off exit. And you can see right there exactly what we're talking about. Nick Rader starting to lose a little bit of ground, but that's because Liam Knox right now is just starting to get more of a run and also starting to catch up in that draft position. See if we can get a picture. See if we can get an onboard here. Yep. Once you see the distance, the amount of pressure that's coming off of Liam Knox to Nick Rader. Nick Rader knows he can't miss a single beat on those turns. Here the RPM's just flying on that thing right now. Holy smokes, that don't get your adrenaline pumping, folks. Nothing will. That is some fast-paced, hard driving right there from these guys. Nick Rader still holding out in third here, but here comes Liam Knox, trying to find something, if you will, something of a groove to catch back up. You You've seen Matthew Jagger, the feature winner last week, unfortunately in pit road. Might have some technical problems there. Might be trying to get it all scared away. Hard to tell right now. As you can see, John Gallagher currently holding off for 5th, as Henry Besaw still holding his line and still maintaining a rhythm. Trying to get some elusive points in here and trying to get back into this. Take a look at the back. Take a look up front and back into the leaders. Nick Rader kind of starting to lose his momentum here. Liam Knox now trying to get a bit of a run. Really starting to hold himself out. Really starting to get that car to blend in more with the track the way he wants it. I gotta believe Liam Knox right now is saving up a little bit and just waiting for the right moment to strike. But back up front, that's a bit of a different story for Cole Williams, as Ken Zeems doing exactly what he did to him earlier. That's put him back almost a half a second to a second in those straightaways and in the turns. Ken Zeems with a fresh air in the front of the grill and just maintaining everything for all it's worth. A tremendous job on his end there to run the line and run the pack out. Looks like Cole Williams might be getting a little bit looser off those entries. Might be trying to push it a little bit harder and catch up, but that seems to be making it worse for him. We'll see if his strategy plays out later, but right now that's not seeming to be the case. As Liam Knox, my folks, I don't know what happened. I don't know how he got around there, but kind of curious to find out. So let's go ahead and look at the replay here and see what was the thing. What was the pass there for Liam Knox and Nick Rader? It's coming down the back straightaway here. You can see, yep. Looks like Rader opening up the door a little bit. He's trying to get that bottom line to work right up into the banking there. That's no man's land if you ask me. And oh, man, a little bit of a big tag there from Liam Knox and Nick Rader. Rader able to hold that one off and save it, but man, took a lick and a half from Liam. As we get back live to the actual racing here. Liam Knox still looks like he's going to keep everything stable. No penalties called on him or anything there. So right now they're going to let him go out and stay on 3rd, as we are now reaching 40 laps to go here. Still, I hate saying it, but it's anybody's race. And if a caution comes out now, that could really put a damper on Ken Zeems' run here, because right now, with all that fresh air and the amount of tire pressure he's using up, I got to believe at some point these guys might be thinking to themselves, maybe it's time to pit one more time. Maybe we got to get something figured out there. And if that's the case, then when is the right time? Because you don't have very many laps to stay ahead. And honestly, I think a lot of these guys are pushed themselves forward enough to where they don't have to worry about it anymore. Still, you can't help but give credit to these eNascar Outlaw League guys and what the performance they've been putting on here tonight. For a track like this, folks, we know we haven't seen too many side-by-side actions and all those great moments that a lot of people usually associate racing with. But the thing is, this is not really, like I said earlier, this is not really meant for that. But as I say that, I think Williams was like, what are you talking about? I'm going to put it in side-by-side with Zeems and make him pay for bleeding me. Williams down low out of turn 4. Look at the run. A huge run out of the front straightaway into turn 1, into turn 2. Zeems left an opening, and Williams makes him pay for it finally, back up into the front spot. But Williams, how much did that wear and tear on his car? You gotta wonder if he was overshooting it just a bit. But nonetheless, he made the move and made the pass when it counted there. What an impressive move there for Williams. Ken Zeems now, I gotta be thinking right now, if I've been in his car, I'm thinking, man, what in the world did I just do and get myself into? I thought I had this race all wrapped up. How did I let him pass me? Well, I think right now, Zeems, if I was you, I wouldn't be thinking about that. I'd be trying to figure out how to get past him again, because right now he's starting to get some time on you. And with that fresh air, and honestly, I think a fresher set of tires on there, he's right now looking a little bit stronger than you, buddy. You got to get something going there. Back in the pack, Liam Knox still holding out on 3rd. Nick Rader and still trying to get over the damage he suffered earlier. But now you see Brandon Browning in the number 48. Brandon Browning yet again from the outhouse to the White House, working himself in there, working his way back up into position. He hasn't really been out of the top 10, to be honest with you, all day long. And right now he's doing a great job getting up into that stage spot and into that position. Really looking towards getting that bottom line to work and getting that top, trying to get everything to stick. Ooh, Nick Rader a little bit loose on the back straightaway there. You can see the amount of control he's having in that car is not so much anymore. Throttle rhythm is going to be huge for Mr. Rader as he's going to come out of the front straightaway. You can see he's still holding off for everything he's got to Brandon Browning, but Browning right now is trying to get that 48 Lowe's machine up into the pack of the Gatorade number 29. Browning now trying to get inside there, looking to the bottom, looking for the run. Trying to get that inside line to stick. As you can see, the 42, Joaquin Meza, currently in pit lane yet again. Maybe just trying to get something fixed up and damaged up on that. Back out in a turn out on the bottom. The 48 of Brandon Browning. Still trying to shoot the gap and shoot over Nick Rader for fourth. Trying to get higher on his pedestal, his podium, if you will. He's currently the leader in the points race. And you can see why with these kind of race moves right here. He's just continuing to make his pack up to the front and stay in that position no matter where he is at in this case. But right now, as you can see on the overhead map here, over 100,000 fans here in attendance here. Everyone watching at home, again, thank you so much. But as you can see some of the drivers in pit road right now. I see Patrick Stein, that 11, currently in pit road, maybe trying to get something figured out there. As the last wind down here, you can see that every move is going to count. Every position is going to start to matter here. Working our way up front here, you can see still Williams getting a bit of a rhythm section going there as Matthew Jagger, last week's winner, falling quite a few laps down, unfortunately, due to his caution. And as we said earlier, he got into it with Gary Rogers there in the 43. That's mainly what's slowing him down right now and keeping him back. But he's got Daryl Arnold in that number 30 as well. Still trying to give him a little bit of a run, maybe try to give a bit of a battle here. Maybe just trying to put on a little bit of a show for you guys at home. As you see, Daryl Arnold now making the move around, but he's going to start becoming a lap traffic here. Here comes Cole Williams, that 47. Cole Williams doing a great job holding out on his line and maintaining his position. Still, now almost putting himself a full second and a half ahead of Ken Zeems in that 40. Ken Zeems, if I was you right now, buddy, I'd be trying to figure out a last gas, if you will, because you're running out of time. You're running out of laps, sir. Down low of Daryl Arnold in number 30. Cole Williams holding his line and maintaining position. Doing a great job, just absolutely perfecting this tricky track. Right now, he's making a lot of people look a little bit like amateurs right now. He's just doing a dang good job of hitting his spots and hitting his marks. John Gallagher, though, having a little bit of a tussle with the number 2, Christopher Woodard. The 50 and the 2 going at it. Both drivers, I believe, are a lap down. Or, excuse me, no, Gallagher is not. Woodard is. Seems Aussie. He's actually starting to catch up to Gary Rogers. Rogers looking like he's losing time on the turns there, and that's not good. That's the only place you get a little bit of trouble there. You see there was Woodard getting loose off a turn 2, and that is going to spin him there, trying to get out of the way, but the caution's coming out. Oh my goodness, that is not what you want to see if you're the number 43. Gary Rogers right now has got to be a little bit fuming from that one. So in the car probably thinking right now, why, oh why did they throw the caution when I'm leading this darn thing? What the hey, man? But there's not much you can do in this case and not much you can do in that scenario. And that's going to put Gary Rogers down into pit road. He's going to take it away. That's going to leave the door open big time because Cole Williams now will lead the pack and lead it strong. Like the great Mambo once did for his Lakers. He played to his heart's desire and played strong with his team, and everything else went pretty good. So there you see right there, Henry Bezoff. He's been working his way in there a little bit, but I believe he is currently down a few laps, so he looks just hoping to get the lucky dog there, as well as Patrick Stein. I know that he's a few down. And right now, Cole Williams still leading the pack and leading them out here. So as we get everybody all taken care of here and re-racked and restacked and all that, I want to say again to everybody that tuned in tonight and tunes in every week out for us here, we appreciate the love and support. I'm getting word that we are having a few technical difficulties. My producers are trying to figure out what that is. Again, we do apologize for those issues and technical difficulties there. We hope that they will not come around too much longer or happen too much more. But with these things, it's hard to tell sometimes, unfortunately. So as we get everything all re-racked and all stacked back up here, looks like this will be the one to go here indeed. Yes, it will be. So here we go. This is going to be a shootout to the end here, to say the least. And it looks like Liam Knox is actually going to get up into that top spot. So I believe Cole Williams was actually down about a lap there, and that's going to cost him big time there. Unfortunately, that's going to put him back. And look at this, Liam Knox. He'll take it over with Kyle Spees right beside him there. I never thought I'd see Kyle Spees up there tonight, but looks like those cautions have given him a little bit of a break here. This could be his to lose. Nick Rader is still in this as well. Anyone can get this win here. Here we go off the restart. Huge jump there for Liam Knox off the restart there. Big move there. Done into the turn 1 into turn 2. You can see Nick Rader in the number 29 now trying to get around Kyle Spees in the 36. Ken Zeems has been fighting all day to get up that front. He's been up there a few times and just can't seem to get it to stick. Now he's looking to get back into it. Back up to the bottom. You can see Kyle Spees starting to make that run, trying to get the rhythm to go. Liam Knox though leads the way with 4 to go. Oh, Doctor, you better wait your move right there. We got big problems out of turn 1. Big trouble. We got two cars involved in that one. Now 3, 4 in there. Oh my goodness, I don't know what on earth happened, but nonetheless, Gary Rogers unfortunately involved in that one in a big collision at that start. We were coming down the wire and looks like this is going to be the green-white checkered finish that we were not expecting whatsoever. We're going to go ahead and look at the replay here and take a look and see what on earth happened. All right, pulling everything back up here. You can see Gary Rogers coming out of turn 4 there. And this is where trouble started to brew. Coming in. Oh, man, just puts it right in there with Ken Zeems. Nowhere to go for Woodard and nowhere to go for the other drivers. Lawrence as well, almost getting a tag out of that. Oh, man. All the momentum and all that carried through for Rogers, unfortunately losing power and losing control. And unfortunately put himself into contention and unfortunately losing all his momentum and all the time he had there. So now that's going to shake things up big time up front there. I believe off that restart, that actually was still Liam Knox's, so Knox will have that lead. So as we get everything all situated out and ready to go here yet again, it looks like this is definitely going to be a green-white checkered finish to the end. I believe last time out we had a green-white checkered finish, and that ended up being all that Matthew Jagger needed to win that one. But Liam Knox is looking to be the favorite right now because he is leading the pack and leading it up front. But you can't count out the 36 of Kyle Spees, Nick Rader in that 29. And, of course, you know who, Brandon Browning, that the points leader, looking to maybe get one more big victory in. Started the season strong with that win over in Daytona. Kyle Spees getting a good run over at Kentucky for week 2. And then week 3, as we said, went to Matthew Jagger. But tonight, it's been a bit of an uphill climb for a lot of these drivers because a lot of them were just end up chasing the likes of Cole Williams and Ken Zeems. But now the tide has changed, and it's completely reversed itself from this position. And the flagmen now officially giving the 1 lap to go, so a green-white checkered finish to the end. Oh boy, let's see what we got here in store for you guys as they're going to come down out of turn 1. They're going to go into turn 2. Down that backstretch into turn 3, then to 4. And we're going to let them loose one last time, hopefully. I don't know if they're going to be doing any more than 2 or 3 green-white checkered finishes here if they do that. Everybody getting all situated out. They're going to, they're going to pack them up tight on that restart, so you're going to have to watch that start. That's going to be critical for some of these guys. Here we go. Kyle Spees going to try to find a way around Liam Knox. Nick Rader also looking in. Brandon Browning going to get a little bit of a jump start there on the back. Not quite able to get it. It looks like Kyle Spees not able to get a good start. He ended up missing a shift. 3 wide out of turn 1 and going into turn 2. Brandon Browning, Henry Bizaw, and Christopher L. Lawrence getting into that one. Up front, though, Liam Knox with a big run and a big lead. Here comes the number 29 of Nick Rader trying to do battle with Ken Zeems and the number 40. Kyle Spees now trying to get back at it. The white flag is out. Liam Knox has the lead away from these guys and looks to have this one all but wrapped up if he can just make 2 more good turns. Down the back straightaway. No! Nick Rader has spun out of the back stretch. Caution's not going to come out. They're not going to call it this time. It is all Liam Knox. The 45 will put the Chevrolet into victory lane. My, oh my, oh my. Liam Knox, from the outhouse to the White House, puts her in victory lane. Ken Zeems following second. Seemed like he was doing that all day, but managed to hold strong and look good doing it. And Kyle Spees putting that 36 machine up into third. Fourth will go to Henry Bizaw there, and Brandon Browning looks like he'll take over fifth. Couldn't tell where everyone else was in position, but it looks like Liam Knox is going to do maybe a little celebratory celebration here. There it is. Some Richmond-sized donuts right there, baby. Brandon Browning finishing 5th. Christopher L. Lawrence finishing 6th. Patrick Stein going into 7th. John Gallagher in 8th. Nick Rader falling back to 9th. 10, I couldn't quite tell who that was there. But nonetheless there, man, what an incredible race. I tell you, from reading the stream here and reading some comments here, it looks like Liam Knox well-liked and well-rounded for a driver like him. Getting a win here tonight seemed to definitely be appreciative to all his fans out there. What a victory for that man right there. Well, guys, as we get everything all wrapped up here and taken care of, we're going to go ahead and bring our winners in here tonight. So let's stop with number 3. That was Kyle Spees here. All right, well, he hops out of the car and comes in here tonight. Kyle Spees finishing 3rd here tonight at Richmond. Kyle, you've been working your way from the back a while, and it looks like you were getting yourself up into the front. You had yourself a pretty good run there at the end. What was really your main focus when you got up to Liam and Ken there? All right. Well, yep. Thank you, Kyle Spees. I'm sorry, I actually couldn't quite hear you there, man. My audio right now is currently not working too well. I'm not sure what's going on there, but I'm hoping you talk a good story up there. But nonetheless, Kyle Spees, congratulations here tonight. I do apologize, I couldn't quite hear you, whatever you said there, man. So, all right. We'll go ahead and bring in Ken Zeems real quick. And so as he comes out here, Ken Zeems, the 40, taking home 2nd place here tonight. Just heads up, man, I can't quite hear anything on my view here. I can't hear anything. So, but nonetheless, Ken Zeems, go ahead and talk to us through about that race and how are you feeling when you got up to Liam? That's really my big question there. Indeed, yes, indeed, sir. Well, again, Ken Zeems, footed 2nd place here tonight. You had a pretty good battle last week, and looks like you had yourself a good one here tonight. So congratulations, sir, on 2nd place finish. All right. So we're going to go ahead and now bring in our champion here tonight. Liam Knox coming in 1st place here tonight in that 45 here at Richmond. Liam, you were working your way from the back, and just heads up, I can't quite hear anything you say, so just I'll let you talk as I kind of figure everything out here. But nonetheless, man, you had yourself quite a battle from the back, and you worked your way up into the front. What was the motivation and the key to success that you had on those last few laps to get into the front? All right, well, yes, sir. So quite the race here tonight and quite a finish, but nonetheless, ladies and gentlemen, your winner here tonight at Richmond for Week 4 of the eNascar Outlaw Cup Series is Liam Knox, and that number 45. Congratulations again, Liam. All right, guys, and that'll about do it here tonight. So thank you again to everybody that tuned in. Again, not sure where the technical problems and issues came to here tonight, but nonetheless, that'll pretty much wrap it up for us here at Richmond Raceway. We hope to see you next week as they will be moving on to the next track, and hopefully we can see some good action there. But be sure tomorrow night to catch up on the Thursday night action as the PTM Legends will go to war at South Boston, a track that well, we're kind of well aware of on the street stock. So we'll see how the Legends hold up there. But nonetheless, to everyone out there that tuned in tonight, thank you again for supporting us and thank you for being there for us. Hope to get everything figured out soon enough. But to everyone out there, God bless. Good night.